Get in. Get in. So, we're back again with another video, this time with a match review of our fantastic 4-1 win away at Wigan last night. You know, what a performance. Well, say what a performance. You know, we weren't at our best, but, you know, to still win away from home 4-1 and not play at your best is great signs. You know, what a night. You know, what a night. But we started off, so, you know, we did switch to a back three, as I predicted in the video, in the match preview. Not quite the lineup that I thought it would be. But we started off, we had Trey Hume at right wing back. We had Dan Ballard, Bailey Wright, Luke O'Nien and Jack Clark as the left wing back. And then we had Dan Neil and Michu as the holding midfielders. Then we had Barr, Diallo and Sims up front. So I think Mad Mistake predicted that, you know, Stewart wasn't playing. Good call. Rested him. To be fair, not a bad decision. You know, he's just come back from injury. We didn't want to risk losing him again for another good few weeks. So, you know, Sims is in decent form as well. So, you know, it kind of made sense to put him in. And to be fair, you know, like I'd said on the preview video, if we could get at them, I felt we could have a comfortable night. And to be fair, you know, I think we dominated them from the first whistle. You know, we could have been easily 2 or 3 up before they got the equaliser, but, you know, all in all, you know, we started off great. Some of the football we played was really good. I was really impressed and excited to see Michu and Barr starting, and, you know, to be fair, they didn't disappoint. Michu looked really good, composed on the ball, was picking people out. Yes, he got a bit sloppy now and again, but he's a young lad, you know, it was his first start. So he learned massively from that. And I think he actually posted a picture on his social media of some nice stud marks he's got on his upper thigh, with the quote, welcome to England. But he learned from that. And Barr as well, I thought Barr was, even though he was playing kind of in a position that wasn't used to him, I thought he did great as well. He got the ball, and every time he got it, he looked positive. He tried to get forward. You know, he was having a shot. He was trying to take people and trying to make things happen. So, you know, I'm all for that. And it was exciting to watch. You know, yes, we give the ball away a few times, but, you know, that's going to happen. That's going to happen when you've got young lads playing. Dan Neil, I thought, was immense last night. You know, he was getting on the ball. He was in that deep lying role of where Corey Evans kind of plays, you know, and that kind of answers the, you know, asks the question, can Evans and Neil play in the same team? Because Neil seems to be a different player when Corey Evans isn't in the side. You know, last night we seemed to have a lot more energy. We were getting forward quick. Now, is that because Corey Evans wasn't in the team? Because we had a lot of young lads, a lot of energetic young lads who were getting forward. You know, and we got the goal. You know, we could have scored before that, but we had a corner, and I think it came back to Jack Clark. Clark's whipped the ball in, took a deflection to the back post. Trey Hume, he's pinged it back across, and Ellis Sims has got a simple, you know, nod in on the line to make it 1-0. Then after that, you know, we could have had another few chances. I think Barr had a chance just before we scored. Thought it was over the line, but it wasn't. Perhaps should have scored. Ahmad, similar type of goal to a chance to what Ellis Sims scored with on Saturday on Boxing Day, and the ball came into him. He cut inside his man, and you would have put your house on him scoring from where he was, but he hit the bar. So, you know, the game could have been out of sight before half time. Unfortunately, then we got a bit sloppy. And the ball was up to Ellis Sims. I thought his hold-up play could have been a bit better last night. I mean, after about 20 minutes, he looked like he was blowing out his arse. He looked absolutely pagged. So the ball got played up to him, he lost it. It came back. I think Theo Asgard has took a shot. It's kind of moved in the air. Patterson saved it. Probably be a bit disappointed that he couldn't push it around the post or push it, you know, away from goal a little bit. it's come back to Will Keane. You know, he's their top goal scorer, and he's not going to miss from there. He knocks under the keeper. At half time, you know, 1-1. Everybody probably been a bit, you know, disappointed with the way we played, not to be winning. Second half, we came out was kind of more the same, really. You know, we started getting a bit more sloppy, and then I think we made some changes. You know, we made 3 subs. Roberts came on for Clark. Pritchard came on for Michu, and Stewart came on for Ellis Sims. And almost from then on, we kind of took control of the game. You know, them 3 would get on the ball, and that's how the penalty. Roberts was, you know, I was a little bit surprised Roberts wasn't playing last night, but when he came on to see, does what Roberts does. He was getting on the ball, taking people on, and he cut inside. And at first, when the ref gave the penalty, I didn't really see it, because, you know, I was looking at what Stewart was doing. But when you see the slow motion, you know, I think it was that Taylor who, to be fair, how he escaped the booking is beyond me, because he had about 4 or 5 of them sort of tackles, and that went, you know, went under the ref's nose, kind of, you know, didn't book him, so unreal. But to be fair, the referee did spot that, gave the penalty, and, you know, Ross just come onto the pitch. Keeper was unlucky, actually. It was a good right in the corner, but the keeper almost tipped it onto the post. It just crept in the our bottom left hand corner, so made it 2-1. And then, you know, we started getting a bit sloppy again. You know, they obviously, as they were going to, they kind of bombed forward, and we were trying to catch them on the break, so it was kind of end to end. And then obviously we got the 3rd goal, where, you know, Roberts is a lovely bit of interplay between Roberts and Diallo and Dan Neil. I think then Dan Neil's playing the Roberts just took a touch, hit it. It took a deflection of Curtis Tilton, gone in, and that's kind of game over. You know, at 3-1 after 80 odd minutes, they were never going to come back from that. Frustrating part, you know, is Pritchard. He went off straight after Ross scored the penalty. Looks like he's done his calf again. So, you know, I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but the injuries, you know, are mounting up worryingly. So, is that going to make us delve into the transfer market a bit more than what we should have or want to have in January? And then, you know, the 4th goal. You know, Ahmad is in tremendous form. Like I said in the preview video, you know, at the minute he's unplayable. He had a few, you know, dodgy touches last night, but what a strike. You know, he's played the 1-2 with Roberts. Roberts has passed the bottom. He's took one touch and he's lashed it. And it's swerved in the air and gone right in the left-hand corner. Absolutely tremendous strike to make it 4-1. But overall, you know, a great night. We're now sitting 4th in the league. You know, to end 2022 in 4th in the Championship is beyond anybody's wildest dreams. Now the top 2, Burnley and Sheffield United, they're kind of pulling away. They're on 50 points. But then Blackburn's got 39, I think, and we've got 37. You know, and we've got a decent goal difference as well. So, you know, it puts us in a great position going into the next year. And if we can get 3 points from Blackpool on New Year's Day, dear me, what a you know, festive period it's been. You know, happy Christmas to us all, Sunderland fans. 9 points out of 9 will be an absolutely fantastic return. So, you know, long may it continue. And, you know, if we can get them 3 points and we're still sitting in the playoffs, you know, it bodes well for us trying to attract some quality players to kick on, you know, and cement that promotion push. There's a long way to go yet. There's 20 odd games, but, you know, at this moment in time, you know, nobody ever thought we'd be sitting in 4th. So, you know, fair play to the lads, and that's with the injuries we've had as well. You know, we've had a nice striker for 2 or 3 months. So fair play to them all. You know, if we did have Ross Stewart or Sims fit for that time, you know, where would we have been? Could we possibly have been challenging top 2? We didn't know. Player ratings for last night. Patterson, I'm going to give him a 7. I thought, you know, didn't have much to do, but the goal, he'd be disappointed he didn't do a bit more with it. You know, the initial save was good, but probably a feeling he could have pushed it around the post or got away from the goal a bit more. It did move in the air, but apart from that, 7. Trey Hume, I thought he had a tremendous game last night. I'm going to give him 8 out of 10. You know, he kept James McLean in that. If you've seen that tackle where he kind of clatters him in the second half, was it the second half, first half? First half, where he clatters him. It was like, whoa, you know, and that got the crowd up and got the crowd on his side. So I'm 8 out of 10 for Trey Hume. Dan Ballard and Bailey Wright, you know, both solid at the back again. I'm going to give Ballard a 7 and Wright a 7. Luke O'Nien, I'm going to give Luke O'Nien 9 out of 10. I thought again last night he was absolutely tremendous. He, like I say every week, he's just Mr. Reliable. He puts his head on the line, his body on the line. He winds their players up. You know, that Callum Lang, he was getting his ends, and you know, Luke just kept winding him up. But he's positional sense, and he's winning headers. He's passing. He just seems to be getting better and improving with every week. So for me, he's got to be first choice centre half, hasn't he? Even when we've got everybody fit. So 9 out of 10 for Luke O'Nien. Jack Clark, I thought, had an off game last night. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He kept on, you know, he was taking people in his own half, and you know, you can't do that. You lose it in there, and you're asking for trouble. And probably why he was taken off in the end. So 6 out of 10 for Jack Clark. Dan Neil, like I said, I thought he was really, really good last night. He looked a different player, playing with a bit more responsibility in that central role. I'm going to give him 8 out of 10. Michu, like I said, he started off really well. And I thought he looks really good. He looks composed, and he's not afraid to get on the ball. Yes, he gives the ball away a couple of times, but you know, that's just, you know, it'll happen. He's a young lad, he's learning the game. So 7 out of 10 for Michu. Bar the same, young lad, tried to make things happen. 7 out of 10. Unfortunately went off injured. Hope it's not too serious. Diallo, 8 out of 10. You know, like I said, he had a bit of a quiet game. Some touches went astray, but just for the goal alone, you know, 8 out of 10 for me. He's just quality. And just as a side note from that, I think there's some news out of Man United came out that they're very happy with his development. They're happy for them being at Sunderland. They've said we haven't got a buy option, but they've also turned down some big money moves from Italy in the last few months. So I hope we can keep him for the season, because if we can keep him and keep him fit, we can have an absolutely cracking season, because he's absolutely tremendous. And Sims, 7 out of 10, like I say, he got his goal, give him a start, got his goal, but his hold-up play was a little bit off, I thought, last night. He could have held the ball up a little bit better, and he looked tired, which is surprising considering he didn't play Boxing Day. But 7 out of 10. The subs that came on, Roberts did really well. When he came on, he was involved in I think he was involved in all the last 3 goals, wasn't he? So I'm going to give him 8 out of 10. Pritchard, unfortunate, didn't really have much time to do anything, so you can't really give him a rating. He then got took off for Dejatu, who, you know, to be fair, did not too bad when he came. I'm not a fan of Dejatu's, but he did okay. 6 out of 10. Matete did well when he came on. You know, he was getting stuck in, and he looked half decent. 7 out of 10 for Jay Matete. And Ross Stewart, you know, Ross Stewart does what Ross Stewart does. Came off the bench, pressure situation at 1-1, takes the penalty, tucks it away, 2-1, we're back in front, and then, you know, sets us on the way to another win. So 7 out of 10 for Roscoe. But all in all, you know, a fantastic performance, a fantastic win, a fantastic night. 5 on the bounce against Wigan, you know, considering they won the league last year. And it just shows how far we've came. You know, they look a struggling team, and I think they're going to struggle to stay in the league this year. I know they've got a new manager in Colo Tuve, and he's still learning, but they look a poor side. But I hope they don't. I like to see him stay up. I mean, Max Power was not in the game at all last night, and I didn't even know he was playing. I don't think he touched the ball in the first half. You know, Fletcher, we know what Fletcher's like. He didn't do that when he was up here, to be fair, in the Championship, so I'm a bit surprised they've gone for him. James McLean hit the post, but apart from that, got an early yellow card, kind of put paid to his game. But so let us know your thoughts on the match below. You know, how do you think it went? I'd like to see a tremendous performance, and we can now keep on the Blackpool, who, like I say, I don't see any fear. We can get we'll be in absolutely super confidence, going down to there now on New Year's Day. So let's hope we can get that 3rd win, make it 9 from 9. watch out for the match preview. Should probably be coming out tomorrow for the Blackpool game. You know, with thoughts on who we like to see the team selection wise and some news from them. But you know, thanks for watching. As always, take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-ra.